But in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers and Jordan hair, this matchup has had it all. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. So Georgia's offense will take the first swing of the game. The Dogs just chewed him up and spit him out the last time these two met as they destroyed Auburn.
And that's why I think Auburn needs something to happen early in this ballgame. They need some confidence. They need some feel-good because Georgia's dominated this series. They know. They talk about it. Auburn needs something good to happen early.
To the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And he's wrestled to the ground.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Complete on third down. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Dogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Third and short now from their own 48. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
So now it's second and long. Rides the back and leaves it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Eighth play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating...
Touchdown, Bulldogs! Great job by the back on the option.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming.
Intercepted
defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Quick toss to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. High the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. He put 2 touchdowns, bringing it back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Got a man, it's Boone. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He'll pull it on the read. Oh, got enough space. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Forward and finds his man on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Going downfield for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. A quick pass to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on 3rd down, now setting up 4th.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. A little screen to the running back. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brooks. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He's going to run it. Breaks into the open. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
This quarterback is so good at creating. When plays break down, when things aren't perfect, he has the ability to buy time, use his athleticism, and torch a defense, and he did it right there with his legs.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Steps away to find some room. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Thorne. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Jennings. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Quick strike complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throwing catch. Now on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Thorne. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Got rid of it just in time.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. He's going to take off. At the 35, he's loose. Right down the gut of the field. Past the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 35-6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 10 to Georgia Southern.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thorne.
We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Quarterback stands alone. All wide receivers. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got him downfield. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Thorne. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now on second down. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Thorne. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Auburn doing business in the red zone. Gonna look downfield again. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running back searching for a hole. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wished.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Gives it on the option. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this.
Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Going to swing it on second down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very be assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Soto. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. The quick out. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they scored again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the 1st half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, the Deep South shuts down when the Tigers and Dogs get together, and that's the case again here today.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. Nothing went right in that 1st half in the 1st order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this 1st drive of the offense.
Yeah, the 1st possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. No fair catches here, looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires it down the seam. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. 3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty.
Here we go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gives it on the option. Gets it past the marker. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football, and you're now seeing this.
Turning it on! And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia! The Dogs are starting to hunker down, and they are sinking their teeth into the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
And the red and black going crazy, the fans going nuts, and Georgia has dominated this rivalry of late. Auburn fans are sick and tired of the Dogs, but man, they got to do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Wants to bring it back. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Clemens. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. Still running at the 40. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The give from the gun. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll run the counter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is sacked There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Looks it in at the 40. He gets a block. And there he goes. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. This offense has it with really good field position. He'll try the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
Well, that one goes in.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Western Michigan is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 21 to FIU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Jennings. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Leaves it with the running back. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. That is no good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer instead. They're still way, way behind.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
On the run, it's Hatchett. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll run play action using the quick game. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They had to grab in the end zone for the score.
And with that drive, you start to get excited. You start to think about the bounce back from a week ago. Went on the road, tough loss. You get to come back home. And this team has really been a different team today. Nice performance after a heartbreaking loss last week.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And is ready to go back to work on offense. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but he's got some space. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the air, it's Lone. Back open in the middle. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Here's the handoff. Looking for room at the 40. Turning on the Jets. Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Georgia!
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Breaks into the open. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's low. Bringing the heat. Punch it out of the air. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And the Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to keep it in the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Working that left side now. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Absolutely center cut. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it at the 20. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got it on the run. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Wide out trying to get it make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. It is Georgia taking home the W in the Deep South's oldest rivalry.